All right, let's talk about something that can literally change the course of your life. We're diving into the predictable path to financial freedom. And no, this isn't about wishing or just hoping for the best. It's about understanding a process. First things first, I just want to say congratulations for even being here. Seriously, the fact that you're tuning in, it says a whole lot about you. It tells me you're looking for something more than just the status quo. You're not satisfied with an average financial life, are you? Nope. You want more. You want to build some real, lasting wealth. You want that feeling of true financial freedom. And that is exactly why we need to clear the air about a few things right from the start. Okay, before we get into the how, it is absolutely crucial that we tear down some of the most common and honestly the most damaging myths about building wealth. These are the very ideas that keep most people stuck, spinning their wheels for years. So many people out there think getting rich is basically like winning the lottery, right? Just some random roll of the dice. Let me be perfectly clear. That is fundamentally not true. Then there are those who believe wealth just appears out of thin air for a few chosen people, like it's some kind of magic trick with no clear process behind it. Well, it's not magic either. And finally, there's this really popular myth that financial success is some kind of exclusive club that you have to be born into. It's not. So if it's not luck, and it's not magic, and it's not a secret club, then what on earth is it? This brings us to the single most important idea we're going to talk about today, a concept that, if you let it, can completely change how you think about money from this moment on. Here it is. This is the big secret. Building wealth is a system. That's it. It's a predictable process. It has principles that can be learned, they can be understood, and they can be applied by anyone. You. Just like any other system, if you learn the rules of the game, you can win. Just look at the difference here. On the left, you've got all these beliefs that hold people back, right? Money is hard to get. Rich people are just lucky. It's a story that takes all your power away. But then, look at the right. That's the truth. Wealth is predictable. Once you understand the principles of the system, that's where your power is. Now look, I'm not here to sell you some dream about getting rich overnight. I'm here to give you something way more powerful, and that's understanding. Because once you truly get how money works, you will never look at your income or your spending the same way again. So let me ask you a very real question. And I want you to really think about that for a second. If the paycheck stopped coming in today, how long could you last? A few months? A couple of weeks? Maybe not even a week? This question isn't meant to scare you, I promise. It's meant to be a wake-up call. It's a reality check that shows you exactly where you're standing right now. That little bit of pressure you might feel from that question, that is exactly why this is our goal, financial freedom. What is that? It's a state where you are no longer controlled by the pressure of money. It's when your income isn't tied one-to-one with you physically showing up and trading your time for it. This is the end game. This is the solution. So how do we get there? What's the plan? Well, here's the really good news. The path forward is way more accessible than you think, and for you, it can start right now. Let's break down what's actually required to get on this path. First, let's just get this out of the way. Let's talk about what you don't need. You don't need to be some kind of genius. You don't need to get lucky and hit the jackpot, and you definitely don't need to have a bunch of powerful connections. Honestly, these are just excuses people use. They're not real barriers. So what do you need? It really boils down to these three pillars. Number one, the right mindset. This means you have to truly believe that wealth is possible for you. Number two, the right strategy. You need a clear, actionable plan for how you're going to earn, manage, and invest your money. And number three, the discipline to follow the process. This is the engine that makes it all work, the grit to stick with your strategy, especially when it gets tough. Mindset, strategy, and discipline. That's the whole game. So by the time we're done here, we're going to make these concepts crystal clear. You're going to walk away understanding what wealth really means, why so many people get stuck financially, that critical mindset shift you need to make, and the very first practical steps you need to take on this journey. So I really want to encourage you to lean in, focus, and let this stuff sink in, because truly understanding this system, really getting it in your bones, this might just be the moment that changes your entire financial future. Let's get started.